minutes. 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
And here we are. We're back. We're back. Yes, and just like to say thank you for all the messages. Much appreciated. And right, let's see who we got. Hang on, where's my chat's gone? I've lost it already.
We got it there.
Right. Okay, that's better. Right. So have a look. Susan B-Mac, how you doing? Mickey Moo, how you doing? Chuck and Laurie are out on a walk in the snow. Oh no, stop snowing. Well, it stopped snowing here, haven't he? Patrick, got any snow? But he has. Gerard and Mark White, George Kelly. Brian, how you doing? Brian, you got any snow? No, you tell me later on. 107 Drones, how you doing? And Elaine, hi Elaine. Stevie Knowles. Well, sorry, I did speak to you earlier on, Steve, but I'm on Johnny Drone Flyers show earlier on, but what else we got here?
Gary's not on yet, is he? No, Gary.
Simon, how you doing, Simon?
No.
Oh, good evening. That could be...
That's Steve Deere.
Steve Deere. Hi, Steve. How you doing?
Hi, Steve.
Caroline, how you doing? Sally.
Sweet Caroline.
And Sally. Hello, Sally.
Sally.
That's it. We've got to think of a song for every single guest now on here. Anyone know all that, Mark? No? Okay. Even Caroline and Sally. Simon. Yeah, we know about Simon, but honestly. Alex, how you doing? Alex.
Oh, my new friend.
Right, I think that's it. If I missed anyone, I do apologise, but anyone welcome. But anyway, so, right. Yes, we are back. So we've moved everything that way now. Let's bring on our special guest.
Gary's in the house.
Oh, is Gary in the chat? Is he? Where is he?
Yes.
He's there.
Yeah, he said he couldn't wait for your 2 jokes, Terry.
No, you've got 2 jokes tonight, Gary.
Ooh,
Being so rude. You were rude.
Hey, Johnny Drone Flyers listening. Hi, Johnny. How you doing? Yeah, right. Yeah, where was we? Got lots to do. So little time to do it. What's the show first? This bit. Yeah.
Let's welcome this week's Drone Seekers live show special guest.
Hi guys.
Hello, Alan.
Hello there.
From possibly sunny, but probably not sunny Ireland.
No, it's not sunny today.
And Gary says, I can see 5 jokers. I think we need a little trip up to Liverpool sometime.
I reckon we do, yes, definitely.
Hi, Dougie, a recovery drone. How you doing?
Hi, right.
Anyone else? Steve's in. Hi, Steve. Right, so anyway, how are you, Alan?
I'm absolutely fine. Doing great. How are you guys?
What have you been up to?
Flying, as usual. Any chance I get, I'm out flying. But I mean, the rate of production of videos has been absolutely nothing, crap recently. I mean, if you think about it, 4 out of 5 days it's raining. And if it's
not good.
And if it's not that, it's the wind. So I'm restricted to maybe 1 day a week, probably, where I can actually fly.
Alan, maybe you need to move to Spain.
Yeah, well, actually, I think I'd rather move.
How the hell are you going to move to Spain and fly it around Ireland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got like 8 batteries, so I mean, if you link them up somehow, it could probably get there.
Yeah.
Not visual line of sight, but hey.
Well, it will be line of sight. So I can see where it is. It's in Ireland.
Yeah. Well, I think I'd like to move to the Philippines, to be honest with you. It's drone
was-
regulations over there are pretty cool. So
Well, yeah, we've actually got a drone seeker in the Philippines. Who was it? Harry?
We
Harry,
had him
yeah.
as a guest, didn't we?
Yeah.
I know he actually lives in the Philippines, but until someone explained to me from the Philippines that the Philippine Islands is like
Oh,
there's about 100 of them
hundreds.
things.
Yeah.
yeah,
So now I'm totally off on the Philippines in one island.
it's absolutely beautiful, an amazing country.
It is.
If you like the heat.
Jerry says I've been doing some
And bullet.
boat chasing and trying to figure out how to get a good
boat
hyperlapse. Ask Alan who said how to do that. So we think you're a bit of an expert, Alan. Because I mean, obviously the amount of flying you do, probably more flying than certainly than I do. That's for definite.
Not with the RCUS, I hardly ever take that out. You know.
So is the Mini 3 Pro your go-to drone now? Then is it? Or
I bring it everywhere, even if it's raining outside.
You've got an Air 2. The Air
I
2S, is
have
it?
the R2S, the Mini 3 Pro, and I have the Mavic 3 Cine. But the Mavic 3 Cine doesn't do any of my YouTube videos. That's purely for our business plans, you know.
Oh, okay. I was about to say why, because I mean, surely that out of the 3 drones, that's got to be.
Yeah, but I like the challenge. I like the challenge of that was the whole idea for the whole YouTube channel. Was to see what you could do with a mini drone. You know, I mean, it would be easy for me to go and take a Mavic 3 Cine. I mean, that can take any kind of wind, pretty much. It's just it's a machine.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, where I was yesterday, I did a little bit of flying yesterday, and although it didn't appear that windy, but the Mini 3 Pro looked like it was struggling. I was actually getting all sorts of error warnings and all sorts of things. I thought,
Yeah.
windier than I thought. And I wasn't very high either. I mean, I wanted to go a lot higher, but I couldn't because the wind just. I thought that poor little drone in a minute, it's going to just take off somewhere and just land up in another field somewhere.
You need a Mavic 3, Steve. You
Do
need a
what?
Mavic 3.
Mavic 3, yeah.
I had that out in 40-kilometer winds, and
Wow.
it literally didn't do anything. It just stayed there.
Was that one, a Mini 3 Pro?
No, the Mavic 3 Cine.
I was going to say.
Mavic 3, Steve.
I've got a dodgy Mini 3 Pro, perhaps.
No, the Mini 3 Pro handles wind. It's just not the same. It's not in the same category as the
Not
Mavic
even
3 Cine.
close.
No, because one has speed, power,
Yeah.
and the other thing is it has weight. The weight really helps.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I was flying the thing back towards me, I mean, I didn't go very far. I mean, I literally was sort of very much in line of sight, probably no more than about 200 meters. And I must admit, I was thinking, the drone was going, and I was going, come back. And it's sort of like going, no, I think I'll stay here.
Now the Mavic 3, just come right back to you. The other thing about the Mavic 3 that people don't understand, unless you fly one like Alan, it's the ascent speed, the descent speed. That thing will get you like a rock. It'll shoot up like a rocket. Placing that drone where you want it is just effortless, just absolutely effortless.
I mean, the Mini 2, I thought the Mini 2, the Mavic 2 Pro, I mean, that was great for that. It's just that obviously the easiest thing for me is flying the 3 Pro because there's less restrictions involved. You start
That's
flying.
why I fly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's because you can do stealth flying where people generally don't bother you. Actually, most people when they look at the Mini 3 Pro, they almost laugh at it. They think
you think you're playing with a toy. That's right.
Yeah, you can't be serious. That's what I'm
true though, because they do that. I mean, when we were out flying, it's like boys and their toys. It's not a toy.
Oh yeah,
I've
had that remark. I've had women say that to me before when I'm flying the Mini 3 Pro.
Quick hello to Matty and Ray.
Hi, Matty. Hi, Ray.
And Chris is in. Hi, Chris.
Chris is there.
Yes. Okay. Right. We've got 32 people watching. That's 32 likes. Okay. Subtle hint. Right. Let's watch some videos, shall we? Because Alan's got so many videos. I thought of. That's the trouble, Alan. Your videos are very difficult to choose apart. So I thought I'd upload the whole lot. Not really. We're not going over till we watched them all. No, joke. Right, this one.
Wow.
That's good, isn't it?
Thank you.
It just looks so peaceful. I mean, you can all go out quite early in the morning when you go out on that.
That flight was a mix of I don't know, probably very early in the morning and in the evening time as well, just before sunset.
I mean, that beach along there, I mean, it looks so unspoiled.
Yeah, that's they've got some beautiful golf courses around there as well. So it's
Yeah, I thought that was all that. I thought Jackie would be there.
And Jerry would be there, wouldn't he?
I don't play golf enough anymore. I'm staring at my golf clubs behind me there, and I'm just thinking, yeah, I have to go someday. I will.
No, it's nice. It's nice to see such unsport land, isn't it? I mean, obviously, it's mainly sort of green because it rains so much. But
that's exactly why.
But when the sun comes out, it's a really different kind of green, isn't it? It's really
beautiful.
Yeah, it does be very vivid.
Yeah.
Just reading, what's Gary right here saying here? What did he say? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I really need to go. I'd love to go to Ireland flying, but my last experience of taking a drone to Dublin wasn't very exciting. But a Mini 3 appeared to be right. I'll just tell them it's a toy.
Yeah. Did they stop you?
Oh, well, I took my Phantom. I was going to Spain, and I went to I went via Dublin. So we spent a day in Dublin, then we flew out to Spain, and customs in Dublin, he was less than favourable with my Phantom 3. Took it all out of the case and started going on about the batteries and how the batteries are too big to take on a plane. And I had an argument with him, said, no, they're not. I'm going to speak to my supervisor. I said,
oh my God.
I want you to speak to your supervisor. I said, because I know my rights and obviously you don't understand. And when he realised that I was right, rather than put it all back in the case, he just got the whole lot and just pushed them at me and thought, there we are.
Oh, great.
You get people like that everywhere.
Here again. Thank you very much. You're so kind.
I just print out my allowances before I go anywhere. That's how I get around it. It's the same when I'm flying as well. I bring out a whole bunch of documents showing the areas where I can fly and all this sort of stuff. So if anyone comes up to me and says, "You're not allowed to fly here,"
Yes,
I'll
I
say,
am.
"Oh, yes, I can." And here's here's all the thing. You're not getting my ID. I said, I'm not asking you for your driving license, but this is where I could fly, and that's it.
Yeah, Christian brought up a subject that we were talking about earlier on today, that it's always Argos. Argos never failed to screw things up. They actually brought out the Mini 3 Pro. No, I don't know if it's a Mini 3. I'm pretty sure
wow.
it was a Mini 3. It was actually £282, and they sold hundreds of the bloody things before they went, oopsie.
What was the price it was supposed to be then?
Probably more like about 600.
Yeah, but Chris is saying it was the Mini 3 Pro Fly More combo. So that would be what, 1,000?
It was probably one missing off here, then maybe, I don't know. I mean, I went on there, followed the advert, went into and thought, right, okay, and I found a store that had actually some stock. So I went buy now. He said, "Sorry, this is not available anymore." I went,
yeah, I bet they changed that.
Well, it wouldn't be, no.
Maybe that's why Argos have gone bit bust in Ireland.
they're going to go bust all over the place.
That's probably why they've never been to the United States.
Yeah, but they have a crappy business model. They can't succeed in this internet era.
It's not allowed. They're not allowed to say it's an error and not actually sell them.
They are allowed. Oh, blimey.
Well, yes. Well, all they can do is refuse to sell it to you. It's as simple as that, because all they've got to say is, "Sorry, we've got no more stock," and what are you going to do about it? But there are people on Facebook today publishing pictures where they've actually been to local Argos and actually had them. They actually picked them up, because if you pick it up straight away, I want to pick up in half an hour. Yeah, your goods ready for collection. Let's face it, the average staff are not going to go, hang on, that's cheap for that DJ.
They're not going to know,
they wouldn't have a bloody clue. They think it was a toy, wouldn't they?
Here's the thing that I'm going to say about that, though. Would you really feel good about that purchase, knowing that it was a mistake?
Yeah, from Argos,
I wouldn't.
A big company.
Yeah, I would. I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
I'll probably walk out and say, by the way, you know, you should be more than that, don't you? No doubt that's probably how they found out about it. Probably someone turned into excellent. So I wish I'd known.
They make
I wish I'd known about all of them. That's actually I was actually planning about like 10. I mean, well, they're so long to get your money back, would it? Brand new, whatever. I can't remember what the advert was now. I mean, someone posted on Facebook earlier on and thought, check a link in it. There's a link there to the Argos website as well. I thought, too late. I'd already figured it out. But they literally come up on it and said, we've sold 100+ of these today.
Well, they're closing all their stores in March in Ireland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, we don't actually have our Argos stores. Well, not in here. I don't know if anyone else anywhere, another part of the UK.
Most of them here.
The Argos actually went into Sainsbury's. The Sainsbury's store. That's how they got around, because of the actual store itself. It was quite a big store in our town centre that just disappeared.
That was the same in Ashford in Kent. They moved the Argos into the Sainsbury's.
Gary says, no, it's
You want to feel robbed, Gary? Buy one of those Autel Nano Plus drones and go a year without the thing actually working. It never worked. I paid $1,000. No. It never really worked for about a year. Yeah, I felt robbed.
Gary, the thing is, where can you get an Autel drone for that price? When you fly a DJI, sure you fly a DJI drone for that money, surely. I thought most people would. I wouldn't.
But at least if you buy a DJI drone, it works. It actually works. It flies.
Yep.
And they fix it too, which is good.
Exactly.
Well, I must admit, Steve, that I was pleased to see Steve's result of the Avata as well, because I must admit it was a little bit
suspect, wasn't it? The way
I mean, to say that. So I'm not actually sure, because I think he said after they sent him a brand new one, I think they said he's been repaired and he's on his way back. So hopefully he'll end up with two of them.
You know, two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elaine says, I bought a battery for my Mavic Air from August at £60. When I got home, it opened the box, there was 2 in it.
Excellent.
Well, actually, I mean, Argos are quite clever at that because I know my, I think it's my brother-in-law wanted to buy a, what was it now? Oh, yeah, it was an iPad Pro, and we got it home. It was actually an iMac Pro in the box.
Oh,
Wow.
that's good.
And he took it back.
Oh.
Not saying a word about that. This is not what I wanted. But I'll keep it anyway. Anyway, right. Okay. So Alan's actually got so many videos. We thought we'd upload all of them. So the show's about 5 hours long. So no, not really. Right. Okay. Video number 2.
Nice.
Dude,
Lovely.
Yeah, we get better.
Did something go wrong on your end? Because it was all choppy at the beginning there for me.
Well, the problem,
Oh,
yeah, I mean, unfortunately, when we obviously these videos, I mean, you do them in 4K.
No, StreamYard.
And I think it's just lack of bandwidth from StreamYard because obviously these are uploaded to their servers, so they don't do any
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
any real good, as it were.
here's
Sorry,
what I
Mike.
found. I can watch it on the StreamYard feed and it'll get choppy like that sometimes. But if I watch it on the YouTube feed, it's smooth. So it is something to do with StreamYard.
Yeah. I mean, we always said
Yeah,
this. I mean,
bandwidth.
the problem we've got is actually this is, I think, it's 720, 720 format. It's not brilliant. So I'll put a link on there.
yeah,
for
after the show, watch it.
Yeah, so after the show, go and check out the videos out because they are sensational and they're even better in
Thanks.
4K. Which they are. So, what plans have you got for your next filming spate?
My plans are to go out west again. I want to film up near the Aran Islands and places like that. I mean, there's so many. What was that film that was made out in the West? I can't remember that one of the BAFTA. I can't even remember it. But there's a few locations there I want to film. The West is amazing. I'd love to film that area behind where you are, Steve. But unfortunately, it's no fly zone.
Oh.
No fly zone. Why is it no fly zone? Was it just...
because there's protected birds there. You can't fly around there.
The thing that gets me about this whole bird drone argument, birds don't give a crap about your drone. You know,
I think the problem is, Mark, is I think if you give people presents, so yeah, you go film there's going to be some idiot, isn't there? You know, there's going to be
Fly
some
into a bird's
idiot
nest or something.
who just trying to, yeah.
So where I fly in the Snake River Canyon there, it's right in the middle of the Morley Nelson Birds of Prey area. I have a good friend that's on the board of directors at the border. He tells me they use drones to check the nests to see if they have eggs in them. What he said is they used to have to rappel down into these things to check them out when they'd look at them. He says it's so much safer now. He said they just go up there with a drone and they take a look. I'm just telling you, the drones and birds, those birds don't give a damn about your drone.
Now, would we know way of actually getting permission then, Alan? If you
you could get permission, but you have to know the right people.
Well, I was saying about getting permissions and whatever. When I was given the chance to do some work, well, hopefully do some work in Norwich, and it was far too close to the airport. They said, "Oh, forget it," because it's it's in a no-fly zone. I said, "Well, hang on." I said, because I've never tried this before, but I'm going to try it. And I actually contacted Norwich Airport Air Traffic Control, and I told them what a time, an altitude, etc., and they granted me permission to fly there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't need it to finish anyway, but it was very simple. And the good thing about it, I had it on an email on my phone, so if anyone said, "Hey, it's a no-fly zone,"
you could show them. Yeah.
So
I'm seeing some comments in the chat about seagulls and drones, and I totally agree. Seagulls are buggers. They're the kind of the rats of the sky, and they definitely, if they can tangle up with your drone, they will. But my point is this: not that a bird could not harm your drone. I guess what I'm saying is, I don't think your drone harms any birds. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The thing is, I mean, birds come quite easily. I mean, the seagulls are quite big. I mean, you imagine a seagull with a Mini 3 Pro.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, take that out of the sky, would it?
They nearly took my Mini 2 out of the sky before. So I was lucky.
So, Tony said, Penny keeps barking when Alan speaks.
Penny, keep talking, Alan.
Stop barking.
Dogs don't like me. That's what it is.
There was a raptor in the canyon that followed my auto. I said, "Guys, it was an auto, I reckon."
Well, and occasionally, your drone might get the attention of like a raptor or something like that. I've seen that happen as well. In one of our big cities in the Northwest United States, Portland, Oregon, they're talking about banning drones in city parks because the Audubon Society says the drones are bothering all the birds. Well, we might as well just ground everybody's drones because there's birds in the sky everywhere. It just drives me crazy.
Yeah.
I remember I was at gold, but I know in Spain, I mean, you can't see a lot of birds of prey, didn't you? Sort of wander around, you think, okay.
Oh, there's a lot of birds of prey. I was flying over the back of where I live and had a bird of prey come up, and he was very interested, but it was his area or her area, whatever.
Yeah, well,
I just came away. That was all, and there was no problem whatsoever with it.
Yeah,
Steve's got a good point. Actually, if a bird trying to attack your drone, fly it upwards because the bird.
That's it. Yeah. Sports mode and get up. That's what it is. That's what I did. I actually, on my last video, just before I wrapped up, I was near the train station in Cove, and a bird tried to dive onto my drone. I just went straight up, but sports mode gone. He never came back.
He'd probably sitting there thinking, "Hang on, where'd that thing go?" I was looking up and it's going down.
I think the noise of it scared the crap out of him. He was gone.
Did you see John's comment here, Flying Flynn? Holy cow! People are just like he was.
That happened to me in Galway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I was out flying yesterday, and I was right near a farm, and all of a sudden I heard this almighty boom. It sounded like a shotgun. I looked up, maybe sure my drone was still there. I thought, no, just a crow scare. God, I don't know. Well, within 5 minutes, someone was shooting at me. The National Trust. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. I'll go for that. The sensible restrictions like that, absolutely.
Rather than the sort of regulations we have over here, like we have a beautiful national park in Killarney, in County Kerry, and you're not allowed to fly drones there at all. That's it. That's the rule.
That's the United States, Alan. We are not
Yeah, I
allowed
know,
to fly in national parks or national monuments. And listen, there's part of it that I understand. I understand why they don't want 100 people flying their drone around Old Faithful at Yellowstone National Park where it's going on. But what about having a permit where you could go at a certain time or in regulated situations? I'd pay for that permit. I'd be happy to.
But Mark, does that also include flying above?
Well, here's the thing, Steve.
The argument's always been about these people not owning the airspace, but
right. So you're absolutely correct. The FAA is the only one that can regulate the airspace. You can't take off in a national park, and they're so big. The places that you want to shoot, you're going to have to be within the park,
right,
to be able to take off.
Too far away, yeah.
There's some weird stuff. So now they just came out with a regulation. I can't use my iPhone and video something in a national park and publish it on YouTube. They consider that commercial, and you have to have filming permits to do any of that. Now I could take all the pictures I want, and that's perfectly legal. But as soon as I hit video, I can't do it. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That is
too much.
Fly more, fly 99 miles an hour.
Don't do anything, does it?
Doug Curry? I mean, in Canada, no flying national parks.
Well, it's exactly the same in Spain. You can't fly in bird areas or over the lakes or national areas.
Am I right in saying the Spooner Mountains are like a class as a no-fly zone? Then
some of it, not all of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to zoom. I mean, NA is really good, but if you forget to zoom in to see where the bird protected areas are, you sometimes get it wrong.
It's even worse in France. Go over to France, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, France.
I don't know why. I don't know why I bothered bringing my drone over there. I mean, literally, there's an airport everywhere.
No, just bring them up and say, hello, air traffic control. Yeah, what are a flight? You come in with the guy made me laugh. God, he put the altitude. Instead of putting 150 feet, I just put 150. And he came back and said, feet or meters? I wasn't going to say miles, but I thought that was 150 miles. I thought 150 meters. No.
The thing is, in France, they're very quick to hand out fines and stuff like that. So there's no way I'm going to be flying anytime.
And the problem you've got as well is being in a foreign country. I mean, it's bad enough in the UK, isn't it? I mean, but hang on 1 minute. Well,
you don't want people harassing wildlife with a drone, which could be done, right? You could fly into a bunch of geese or something down that are, you don't want people harassing wildlife with a drone. As I said, you don't want 100 people flying their drones around Old Faithful when it's taking off, but there certainly can be compromises. It's just absurd to me that there's these blanket, just no fly zones, that there's no exceptions. There's they just simply won't allow it.
I mean, I certainly understand around airports, and obviously, because if you don't make the rules, then people will actually make it.
It's common sense, but obviously the people that Marx is talking about here haven't had the common sense to impose, the correct rules. Really, it's just a blanket rule.
Well, Alan was saying about what was Dublin Airport, Alan, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I don't know the specifics of it, but all I do know is there's been several cases. I mean, some people say it wasn't a bird, it wasn't a drone. No, it wasn't a drone. You can't prove it, but obviously they can prove it because the guys wouldn't be in front of courts if they didn't have a case.
Yeah.
So I mean, there was two cases where which are ongoing. So I mean, people keep doing these things, and then obviously there was the third case. There was another case just recently. Another guy flying very close to the airport. I mean, I don't know why people do these things. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, Gary's saying I think hobby drones are going to be a thing in the past. And I hope you're wrong, Gary. But
Yeah, I hope he's wrong.
There are
really.
I mean, far too many rules and regulations. Some of the regulations are there for a good reason. Some of them, well.
Here's the irony in the U.S. I can, within seconds, using the system they call Lance on my phone, I can get approval to fly within half a mile of the Boise airport. Now they're going to limit me on altitude. They're going to say, "Oh no, you can't fly more than 100 feet high," or whatever it is. But I can instantly get that approval almost any time. But yet I can never fly in a national park, and I can never fly in certain areas.
That does make a bit of a mockery because I mean the most dangerous place to fly is around. Well, in my opinion, anyway, is around an airport, and yet you get. But again, Marcus, you hit the nail on the head. They will restrict you, and the nearer you are to the airport, the lower you. But however, so what I suppose what you're saying is, why can't these other places do that? Is that what you know?
That's absolutely what I'm saying. You know, I don't want to fly around. Like I said, the geyser in Yellowstone at peak tourist time when there's 100 people or hundreds of people standing around that geyser. But you know, maybe they could let us at 7 o'clock in the morning when there's nobody out there yet. Give us like a half an hour window or something where we could fly a drone for a few minutes, and even limit the number of people that are flying. Say, hey, listen, only 5 permits a day, or just common sense things.
Yeah.
They did that. I mean, usually what happens is if they do it in a big country, usually it spreads to the other countries as sort of a common rule. Right. I wish they would do it somewhere like America.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Barkley is absolutely right there with that comment. We all know that there's idiots out there. Any idiot can go to Walmart and buy a drone and do something stupid, so I'm okay with regulation. But it's just sad when it gets over-regulated, and they anyway.
Harvey got the right idea, FPV, because you don't fly that high, because that's not the idea of flying an FPV. You fly it lower, but
you fly it low.
But an FPV, the no-fly zones applied. Doesn't matter how fly, you can't even take off there, can you? So.
Carolyn's got a really great comment there.
Yeah, 100%.
Just drives me crazy that you can get in an ultralight and it's not regulated. You don't need a license. You can fly anywhere you want. You can do anything you want. Yeah.
That's one dumb rule.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. I mean, probably someone out there, probably some drone hater out there somewhere who's actually thinking, he's trying to think of every single reason why people not allowed to fly drones. They probably hate them, but what people forget to realise sometimes, they forget to realise it's all about the photography, isn't it? I mean, Alan produces these bloody brilliant videos. If he can't fly a drone to produce them, then these videos are not going to be very successful.
It's getting that aerial perspective. Yeah. Can you guys tell I'm a little bit triggered on the show?
Anyway, onwards and upwards. Let's watch another one of Alan's drone videos, filmed mainly with a drone.
that was good.
Thank you.
Hey, Terry. Carolyn told me I need to calm down and eat a Jaffa cake.
I saw that.
So he did.
It's Kit Kat week this week.
Oh yes. Well, actually, Gary has got a good point, actually, Terry, because Gary's got to go now. He did. Was it? What is that? I'm trying to read.
Smoke detector.
Oh, I had a wet dream about you last night. I'm dreaming you got run over by a bus and people
Yes.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, well, I'll only give you one
The
drink.
Irish coast is so much more beautiful than the Belgian ones. I mean, he's gone now. I mean, he said the smoke detector has gone off. He said he must be dinner time.
Must be dinner time, yeah.
Gary's wife probably said to him, tell him what, I'll put cyanide in your food, and Gary says, I'll tell you what, I'd eat it. Right, okay. So we're gonna have a joke, Terry, or not?
Oh, is it that? It's a bit early yet.
Yeah, it's early. Yeah,
He's got 2 to do, though, hasn't he?
I was going to do two,
I
but now
did think
Gav-
he had 2. Do you want to do one, or do you want to do 2?
I don't mind. If you want to, I'll give you 2.
Well, we've loads of time.
I'll tell you what. We've got loads. I'll tell you what. Well, someone sent me a video earlier on, so I must quickly show this. It's only 2 minutes. Oh, this is from Brian. Yeah.
Well, I'll have to watch that.
I think that's where a Western meets Scotland. That's what it reminds me of. The music sounds a bit sort of like, I was expecting Clint Eastwood to come out from something.
I thought that was brilliant, especially the shot at the waterfall. That was epic.
Yeah, Brian's really good. I'm not sure what drone you use. Brian, I think Brian's still here. What drone do you use? Was that the Mini 3? Skyfall. Oh yes, of course, yes, Skyfall, because we went up to Scotland. Yes, forgot that.
Yeah.
Really good film, though. Why do you think James Bond? Why do I think James Bond was seen? Oh, right. There you go. That's why. For a few drams. Was that Sky then? I don't know. My geography of Scotland is not that good. So I'm
23 and Air 2S.
Yes.
Okay. There you go. I think everyone does the same thing, doesn't it? They always find the Air 2S is what? That's, yeah. What sort of weight? Is that about a kilo weight? But so in the middle of Scotland, that only makes a blind bit of difference what drone you're flying.
No.
So,
Exactly.
right, I think it's joke time now. Terry, do you?
All right then. Yeah. One or two. One or
What do
two.
you want to do?
I don't mind.
Okay, we'll do this then.
And now it's time for Terry's Joke of the Week.
Yeah, Terry.
Right. I had these lined up, and then, of course, last week, due to circumstances beyond our control, I couldn't say them. So I did promise to Gary that I'd give him two.
But he's gone.
He's very rude now. He's gone.
Perhaps you thought you could do one at the beginning and show one at the end.
Yeah. Anyway, this guy goes into Harley Street in London, having seen an advert for a gynecologist's assistant. Knowing that nowadays job advertisers aren't able to discriminate against the applicant's gender, he was very interested, and he went in and asked the secretary for details. She looked at him, retrieved the file, and read to him, "This job entails preparing ladies for the gynecologist. You will be responsible for helping them out of their underwear, laying them down and carefully washing their private parts, applying shaving foam to the necessary parts, and removing all unwanted foliage. And finally, you will be required to rub in soothing oils in preparation for the gynecologist examination." She continued to say, "The annual salary is $65,000 a year. And if you're interested, you'll have to go to Aberdeen." "My goodness," exclaimed the man, "is that where the job is?" "No, that's where the end of the queue is."
Oh, God.
Terry's Joke of the Week.
Oh, God.
Number two. My wife found out that our dog, Schnauzer, could hardly hear. So she took it to the vet. The vet found that the problem was hair in the dog's ears. He cleaned both ears. Yeah, and the dog could hear fine. The vet then proceeded to tell my wife that if she wanted to keep this from reoccurring, she should go to Boots and get some Nair hair remover and rub it into the dog's ears once a month. So she went to the shop, to the chemist, picked up some Nair hair remover. At the till, the pharmacist told her, "If you're going to use this under your arms, don't use deodorant for a few days." "Well, I'm not going to use it under my arms." The pharmacist said then, "If you're using it on your legs, don't use body lotion for a couple of days." "I'm not using it on my legs either. If you must know, I'm using it on my schnauzer. We'll stay off your bicycle for a week."
Terry's Joke of the Week.
Very good.
With your schnauzer. Yeah.
I like that. Oh, I got a few there.
Gracious.
You have me in tears.
I'm not. Oh, we got lots of smiles here. Look.
Oh, we got loads there, yeah.
We've got loads. We got look. It's gone nuts. Look. It's gone viral.
No, come on, you're
supposed to laugh at your jokes. Oh, you missed the end.
Which bit?
What joke? First one or the second one? She said she's going to use it. She's not going to use it on her legs. She's going to use it on her schnauzer.
On a schnauzer. And the pharmacist replied, "We'll stay off your bike for a week."
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, the second way.
Oh, there you got it then.
That was one they've got now.
Yeah, it's done.
So we'll have to put these in. Perhaps we have to start writing them out and put them in the bottom of the comments at the bottom.
I think Terry could publish his own joke book. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Well, what I've done, I've got a file on Word, and it's Jokes New, I've had to call it, and I've got so many on there, and now I have to
endless supply.
Decrease the size of the font so that I know that I've read it, or I cover it in red, or I get quite confused over it.
Well, you could put a date on each one of when you presented it on the show, and that way you'd know.
Bob Monkhouse done it. He had a joke book, didn't he?
That was very scientific, Marcus. I hadn't thought of that.
Would you imagine it? A joke a day keeps the doctor away by Terry Halls.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. Let's have some more videos. Yeah, just
another Alan video.
Here we go.
Nice sunset at the end.
Yeah.
There's a message here from.
That was one of my videos from a few months ago.
What
Yeah,
do
I
you
said it
fly,
before.
Alan? Do you fly in, not in shooting dog mode? Yeah, that was a question for you there.
All of my videos since the Mini 3 Pro came out have been with the Mini 3 Pro. Before that, just the Mini 2. I like a challenge. And I do shoot and do seem to like.
Did anybody see Ian's video during the week of the Queen Elizabeth aircraft carrier coming into Portsmouth Harbour?
Oh no!
It was
really
good.
I did see that. Sure.
Yeah, I was
really good.
There was no aircraft on the deck, which that's fine, but there was no crew either. Normally, I think when a Royal Naval ship comes in, they all line the sides, don't they? but there was nobody showed, no people at all. And I thought that was a bit strange.
George Kelly's getting homesick.
Oh.
Great grandparents.
Yeah, well, there's always an opportunity to come over.
There is.
Yeah.
I want to come over sometime. I will.
So, Terry, if they were up on deck and they were saluting, if they're in the Navy, do they salute like this or like this?
Navy, I like that.
It's only the Army that does this.
That's Army is that, yeah.
Yeah.
Benny Hill. You know why you salute like that?
Benny Hill.
But do you know why you salute like that, Marcus?
Well, to show that there's nothing in your hand, you're not holding a weapon. Yeah,
Exactly. That's why you got your weapon in the other hand below your waist.
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, you should salute like this and really show them some good intentions.
Does anyone know why an egg sandwich got the name Egg Banjo?
Oh my God.
You're eating it. You're eating the egg sandwich like that, and you're brushing the yolk off of your.
I had an egg sandwich today. It was really nice. It had bacon in it as well.
So was it fried egg and bacon?
Yep.
Egg and bacon.
Yeah, egg, bacon, and cheese.
Oh, and cheese.
Oh, not cheese. No.
Not cheese. No.
I didn't make it. That's how it came out at the restaurant. It was lovely.
Cheese? No.
Pineapple and pizzas? Never.
Oh, yeah. Pineapple.
Oh, I love pineapple on pizzas. Yeah. Anyway, we've got
maybe a nice piece of gammon steak and plonk a bit of pineapple on it. Oh.
Yeah. I'm on a diet, and all you guys are talking about is food.
Oh, we forgot to tell you, Alan. This is part of it.
This has become an integral part of it now. After joke time, it's food time.
Custard creams and Daurbans.
It was pancake day on Tuesday as well.
Oh,
yeah.
Custard creams.
I had a load. Did you have any, Alan?
I love custard creams and I love pancakes.
All together. Good man.
I do like Jaffa cakes too.
Yeah, I don't like
Jaffa cakes are awesome, man. We don't have them in the US.
Marcus makes them last too long. I don't know who does it. I don't know what the secret is. How do you make them last so long?
Well, I don't know. This box was only like $25 or something on Amazon. So
that's probably $25.
Oh my God!
I don't know.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
Where did you buy
It's in the same box, Marcus.
And Jackie wouldn't have to give them to her.
Yeah, no, you can keep them.
What? Jaffa cakes?
Well,
Caroline
I wish they'd sell them here. I wish I could go to the grocery store and buy them.
Yeah, see, Caroline's saying gammon with pineapple. No. Sweet and savoury do not go together.
Oh,
No chance. No, it's not. It's illegal.
I'm going to ask you a dumb question. What is gammon? I don't even know what that
Ham.
is.
It's a ham.
Salted.
Oh, yeah, no. So that's what they put on. They call it a Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah.
They put Canadian bacon, a little round Canadian bacon, which is essentially ham.
Yeah.
And pineapple. And damn, it's good. It is so good.
Yep.
We had a gammon joint today for dinner.
This is torture.
And with it, honey glazed. I thought, honey glazed nuts on. That went in the bin. So
I've got a nice load of Serrano.
I give up. I'm going to order a Chinese takeaway.
I'll order for you. What's your address, Alan?
Oh, Singapore fried rice. I love it.
Satay chicken, sweet and sour.
Oh, for God's sake.
No.
Am I going to have to get out my box of...
There we go, look.
Oh, I like that. Very good. Lovely. Straight out the freezer. Lovely.
Now he's talking. Gammon.
Oh, my favourites.
Oh, yeah. But look at all the comments that are coming up, though, for food.
Oh, my God.
I reckon number 96.
Well, they're nice too.
Yeah.
Hey, Marcus, these are all the good ones. They're just chocolate, not contaminated with anything.
Yeah. And
Oh,
by the way,
yes, Whisper. I like Whisper. Where
Yeah,
did you get
probably,
that from, Marcus?
Whisper.
I got this on Amazon as well.
Brilliant.
With all those Cadbury bars in there, and I think it was like $25 too. So it isn't really sustainable.
That's probably not that bad. How many bars of chocolate are in there, Marcus? There's quite
I
a few.
don't know.
Isn't there?
Quite a few, I guess. Yeah.
We were spoiled as kids growing up because my granddad, he used to work with Cadbury's, so we had
lucky you.
endless amounts of chocolate.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Oh,
You still got your own teeth, have you?
Was that
No.
Alan? Was that the Cadbury's in Birmingham then you worked?
No, Cadbury's in Dublin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's the Cadbury's in Dublin.
You cannot walk into a shop anywhere in the U.S. right now and see displays everywhere of Cadbury cream eggs. They're just everywhere.
Oh yeah, they do.
All right, then.
Oh god, they're really gorgeous.
Does anyone ever actually remember when they actually brought out like a marshmallow one? There was an egg and it had like marshmallow inside it. I don't really get them anymore.
Yeah, I remember that. I wouldn't touch that.
Only one Cadbury's cream. Poor Alan. Look at poor Alan. He's there. He's just doing his
Let's stop talking about food for 5 minutes. I'll tell you what, we watch one more video, then we'll go Benny boys.
No, then we go to the fridge.
I'm ringing a takeaway.
Have what Caroline's having.
Where's your nearest takeaway, Alan? Is it a long way away?
No, it's around the
You know
corner.
what 69 is, Kev, don't you?
I've been waiting for a ball.
Suck it and see.
Wow.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite videos. I absolutely love flying in Westport, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is that the southwest?
Well, this thing was a lifesaver down there. I absolutely love it.
It looks beautiful, Alan. I mean, really, some of the places you fly, it really makes me want to come over there. But I mean, the only danger is, of course, is the come over to Ireland for 2 days and it rains. no flying. But no, we'll have to do it.
Anytime I go out, I'm checking the weather every 5 minutes.
I mean, that's the thing you need to go. I mean, how far do you normally travel? Do you travel that far when you go? And what's the furthest you fly? You drive?
Well, Ireland is tiny, so I mean, maybe 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
Well, yeah, but 3.5 hours. So
that's still a long way to go to then not fly, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I got a question, Alan. So if you're making a trip like
that, but if you don't go fly,
if you're going for a couple of hours, do you like make a shot list before you get there, so you kind of know what you're going to shoot, or you just do it kind of extemporaneously?
Cool, that's a big word.
Usually what happens? usually what happens is that I'll go into Google Earth and Street View is great. I'll go down there and go, ooh, that looks nice. And I'll write it all down. And then I go into these crazy details. I go and check the direction that the sun is going to be in. So then I pick whatever shot I'm going to do based on what direction the sun is going to be in. Last thing you want is an overexposed sky. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, when I say, I mean, because you're using sort of manual mode all the time as well, it really does make a big difference, doesn't it? It's not really just automatic.
It's massive.
But then it shows in the time it takes you to work out these settings and whatever your videos all coming out, sort of, as they come out, like they do. But then obviously you do a lot of sort of post videos, won't you?
Yeah, well, for all the planning that you do, this is what I found anyway. The best shots you ever get are always the shots you never planned for.
So it's low.
I mean, it always is. It's always something like a ship or something. You haven't planned for that ship to arrive, but hey, it's there. And it makes a brilliant thing for a video.
Yeah.
Well, that's like a bonus, isn't it? Really, I think I went flying one day and I thought, well, I was literally just flying around the field, and I thought, oh, there's a tractor doing some harvesting or cutting, whatever he was doing. I think he was just baling up some straw, and I thought, oh, video it. I mean, that weren't planned, but I made a quite good video. I thought I quite enjoyed that. Just give me something, give me a purpose.
It's an entire video in itself. There are people in their droves who watch those kind of videos. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, there are people actually quite fascinated, like machinery and whatever, and cranes and things. You think, you can film kind of go on one of these like massive big lorries. I mean, we don't have so many around. Well, not around here anyway. There's a big crane, but I can't film that for about 5 seconds. It's pretty boring. But anyway, Alan, thanks ever so much for joining us, because it's all your videos, and we love showing your videos. And check out.
You're welcome. It's been a pleasure.
Drone Views Media. Check it out. 4K videos. You'll get into one of the wormholes. I do. Go on there. Just watch this video. Oh, there's one more. Just watch this one.
Yep.
But you keep making the videos, Alan, because you keep making them. We'll keep enjoying them, basically, and. Yeah, excellent. And right, well, we'll see you all again next week. And
I'll be doing my videos.
Yep, you carry on doing it. And we'll see you all again next week. Take care, guys. And thank you very much.
Good night.
Bye, mate.
All right, bye, guys.